Hi and welcome to episode 12 of Weekly Geek. Last week I spoke about perspective. This week I'm going to talk about focus, and very specifically focusing on who your target market is. Now your target market is always going to be people that you can solve a problem for. So first of all you need to understand the problem that you solve, and then understand who you solve it for. And I think quite often I find people, both as salespeople in bigger companies and also owner managers of small businesses, who are quite broad in their offering and to who they offer it to. And the problem with being quite broad and being quite generalist in any given sector or market is that you're in the bun fight with the rest of them, and people are going to be comparing you with very comparable businesses. You end up kind of getting into pricing conversations, and it can be really hard to compete. So for me, being a specialist is a much stronger position than being a generalist, and that's for a number of reasons. So first of all, you can be much more targeted from a marketing perspective. When you're reaching out to people, you can be very focused on who you're reaching out to. So I guess the first point would be you're going to get a much better return on any marketing spend, certainly from a social media perspective, with Facebook and LinkedIn. Targeted advertising, you can be so focused now that it really helps to understand who very specifically you want to reach out to. So that's point number one for sure. Second point is probably the most important one, which is that people buy solutions to problems fundamentally. Most products that you go out and buy today as a consumer in your own right, or from somebody who buys from other businesses as part of your role within a business, typically you're buying a solution to a problem. So you run out of paper, you go buy paper. You need embroidered garments because you want to promote your business on your workwear. You go out and you reach out to a company that does that. You have a problem, it needs solving. You go out and you find the person who can solve it for you. So my question to you would be, how easy are you to find for the people who need to find you? So how obvious are you to find? I think when you're very specialist in what you do, or certainly more specialist and less generalist in what you do, then I think you actually make it easier for your target market to find who you are. And the third point would be that it is scary, maybe then switching off to some central customer types by getting narrower. But first of all, you're still going to pick up other opportunities. If you want them, you're still going to pick up other opportunities in areas that are just outside of that specialism. That's always going to happen. But I think for me, you've always got to ask yourself the question, actually, what is the size of my business or my sales target as a salesperson in a bigger company? But as an owner manager, what is the size of my business and where do I want it to be? And actually think about that in relation to the size of the market. Now, I speak to a lot of people who want to grow their businesses fairly organically and very modestly, and actually the amount of the market they're after is like that big. So actually switching off to some stuff and staying focused on a specific area, even within that specific area, people only really need an absolute fraction of that market to hit their turnover objectives. The economy is huge, it's massive. So if you're after £100,000 worth of turnover, £200,000, even £500,000, £1 million of a turnover, I can guarantee even within your specialist area, that is a fraction of the market. So be brave, be focused, be specialist, and make it really easy for people who have a problem to solve it by finding you. So that's it for week 12 of Weekly Geek. As always, I appreciate your feedback and your comments, so you can fire them over to me either in the comment section, or you can drop me an email, richard@salesgeek.co.uk. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter @salesgeekuk, and facebook.com/salesgeekuk. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Cheers.